Buddy, this is a Mango Meditation here. I briefly wanted to make a quick video, hopefully, of how I do staggereds using buttons. So there's a flat side to these buttons, and then there's a concave or convex side. So basically what I'm going to do is, I guess I'll do it on 26 gauge as my core, and then I'm doing the space clapton with 36 gauge. So I'm going to straighten out a piece of 26 and hook it to my swivel and the chuck of my drill. Dirty bitch. We'll see if it works out. Oh, slip. That's good enough. Fuck it. Bend my 90. Center in the chuck of my drill. Attach this into my swivels. It's a little tricky, but it does really consistent. At least it does for me. After I got it down a couple times. So, my tripod's in the way. All right. I don't know if you can really see it. What I'm going to do is start my 36 gauge. Start my space clapton on here. What I do is just put a pretty good space on it. Enough to give me room to tie my button on there. So let me zoom in a little bit, see if I can show you my fumbling mess. Yeah, I apologize that my workstation is such a mess, but sometimes things get chaotic in life, and this is one of those times. So basically I have just my button here. I'm going to use the flat side up against this back part. Now if you see, you got these holes. I try to keep them in the same side, so I'll go from this one to that one. So I got a piece of 36 is what I'm going to use as my space size. I'm going to stick it through one of these holes. This part can be very frustrating. So basically I have my one through one hole. I did that the wrong way. So I'll put it through here, the top hole. And then I'll put this behind it. I'll loop over. I don't know if you can see, my arm's probably in the way. And I put it through the other hole, and then I drop it. Yeah, as I was saying, this part can be pretty frustrating. So anyway, see if I can show you better. I'll put it in this other hole. So now I have my loop, essentially. And what I like to do, what I found that works, is pull it right behind the last loop that you made for your space clapton. And I pull this down, and what I'll do is I'll make my loop and put it back through there. And then before I cinch this all down, really? Good thing I'm not a surgeon. I'll be fucking people up all day. So. I guess these are called just simple knots, overhand knots, and you see how I have my loop tied in it. Basically, without my vision things, it's hard to see if I got it right, but I think I do. So I make this pretty tight because you don't want it to move and skip and hop out. If you pull too tight, the wire breaks. But alright, now it's in place. It's pretty secure, and I'm going to double check it. And it looks pretty good. It's behind the last loop that you did with the space clapton. So I'm going to tie a second knot here. Just the overhand loop. So hopefully keep the other one from backing off. Do the same thing. Pull it down. Grab my wires. Bent my cord to shit, but I think I got it on there pretty good. We'll see. We'll try. Then I cut these off. And essentially, you're going to do it just like a regular clapton. You don't want to lead it too far forward because you will create more space than what you want. Too far back, it'll start hopping and you might kick that loop that your button is on there out. Check the camera. Alright, so I'm going to run a little bit and then I'll zoom out and show you the rest. You can see it switch when you go too far back. So you know you gotta lead it a little bit slightly forward. That noise is really annoying. I have this wire that's spinning around and hitting my tripod, so I'm gonna cut that off. We'll zoom out and move this camera back a little bit. I'm gonna try to finish doing this real quick. It's at 1200 RPM. So I'm going to pause this and try to get a macro to show you the spacing on it.